welcome to the third edition of Stockstar Recommendations. Provided you with the recommendations of last couple of weeks from different brokerage houses. Today we shall share the progress of those recommendations, that is what is the stock price now of those recommendations that we had provided over the last 2 weeks, as well as we will share the fresh recommendations for the coming week. So let's start with the recommendations of with the recommendation date of 16th July. So the first recommendation was Coromandel International. The initiation range was 760 to 775, and as you can see that the price as on 31st July has been 780. The next recommendation was of Cipla from ICICI Securities again. The price range was 645 to 667 for initiation, and we can see a progress there. The price as on 31st July has been 720.15. The target for this recommendation is 750, and the duration of this recommendation was mentioned as 180 days. The third in the list is TCS, that is also from ICICI Securities, where the initiation range was 2190 to 2250 with a target of 2550. The price as on 31st July has been 2281.4. The fourth recommendation was from Kotak Securities, which was Titan. Initiation range was 962 rupees with a target price of 1215, and the price as on 31st July has been 1043.25. The next recommendation again from Kotak Securities has been Equitas Holding, where the initiation range was 53. However, as per the last closing price, it is trading at a price lesser than the initiation range, which is 49.1. The next recommendation also from Kotak Securities is DCB Bank. The initiation range was 82, and here also the closing price as on 31st July is lesser than the initiation price, and the closing price has been 77.4. The recommendation which has actually met the target which was prescribed is Apollo Hospitals, which was recommended by Axis Direct on 17th of July with a target price between the range of 1585 to 1615. If we look at the last Friday closing, it closed at a price of 1674.6, and the duration for this recommendation was 21 to 28 days. The next recommendation also from Axis Direct is REC Limited, wherein the price initiation range was 103 to 1105, and the closing price as on 31st July is 100.15. The third recommendation from Axis Direct was Supreme Petrotech Limited. The initiation range was 190 to 192, and the price as on 31st July is 182.35. The next three recommendations were from IIFL Securities, Carborundum Universal, where the target is 293.88. The duration for this to reach this target is 1 year, and the price as on 31st July is 248.1. Bajaj Consumer Care, the next recommendation, the target is 185.33, and this stock closed at 175.55 last Friday. Third recommendation from IIFL Securities was Minda Corporation, where the target was 101, and the closing price as on 31st July is 66.8. Edelweiss had come up with a recommendation of Lupin on 14th of July, where the target is 950, and viewers, you must note that we are very to the target price here. The closing price as on 31st July was 926. Coming to the next week, that is the last week for the recommendations that we had shared. First one was Indian Oil Corporation from Kotak Securities, where the initiation range was 87 rupees, and the price as on closing of last Friday is 88.45. Our next recommendation was from ICICI Securities of Relaxo Footwears. The target price is 679 and the price as on 31st July is 595.2. The third recommendation from ICICI Securities was SBI, and if you guys remember that we had mentioned that Edelweiss had also come up with a recommendation for SBI at the same initiation range of 188 rupees. The closing price as on 31st July is 191.45. Next four recommendations are from Axis Direct. The first one being ITI. 135 is the initiation range and the duration for this was 5 to 15 days. The closing price as on 31st is 128.95. The second recommendation from Axis Direct is PVR. Initiation range is 1090 and the target is 1190. The closing price as on 31st July is 1084.55. The third recommendation from Axis Direct is Amber Enterprise. The initiation range is 1463 and the price as on 31st July is 1482.5. The last recommendation from Axis Direct was HUL, Hindustan Unilever. Initiation range was 2160 with a target of 2380. This recommendation was also for 5 to 15 days and the price as on 31st July is 2209.9. As I have already mentioned, Edelweiss had also come up with the recommendation of SBI as did ICICI Securities and the initiation range was 188.2 with a target of 207. The closing price as on 31st July has been 191.45. Let's come to this week's recommendation. The first recommendation is from Kotak Securities. A recommendation date was 27th of July. The stock name is KEC International. Initiation range is 265 with a target of 342. This recommendation is for a duration of 365 days and the closing price as on 31st July is 274.95. The next recommendation is from ICICI Securities. Recommendation date is 28th July. The stock name is Birla Corporation. Initiation range is 585 to 605 and the target is 685. The price as on 31st July has been 599.25. The third recommendation is also from ICICI Securities. Recommendation date was 27th of July. The stock name is Hindustan Zinc. Initiation range is 207 and the target price is 238 with a stop loss of 185. Duration is 6 months and the price as on 31st July is 210.05. The next four recommendations are from Axis Direct. Recommendation date being 31st of July for the first one, Reliance Industries Limited. The price at which this recommendation came was 2030. The target is 2180 with a stop loss of 2010. Duration for this recommendation is 5 to 15 days and the price as on 31st July closing was 2067.1. The next recommendation from Axis Direct, which also came on 31st July, is Sudarshan Chemicals and the initiation range is 401 with a target of 435 and stop loss of 395. Duration is 5 to 15 days again and the price as on 31st July is 409.35. The third recommendation from Axis Direct came on 30th of July. The stock name is Brigade Enterprise. Initiation range is 142 with a target of 155 and stop loss of 139. The duration of this recommendation is also 5 to 15 days and the closing price as on 31st July is 140.45. The last recommendation from Axis Direct being Alembic Pharma. This was recommended on 30th of July. Initiation range has been 995 with a target of 1080 and stop loss of 975. Duration is 5 to 15 days and price as on 31st July was 985.05. The last recommendation from us today is from the House of Edelweiss. This was recommended on 28th July 2020. The stock name is Crompton Greaves Consumer Electrical.
The target is 284. This duration is for the range of 1 to 5 years, and the price as on 31st July is 244.1. That's it from us today. I hope you guys have found these recommendations useful. Wish you a very safe week ahead, and we shall connect